But yes, hello. How is everybody? Let me just scooch in, get comfy. I had to get my favorite blankie. You're at school? Oh, don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble. It's hot? How hot is it? Alright. So I had played the original version of this like almost 10 years ago? Is that? I think it was like 2012, 2013 when this came out.
This is the story of a man named
But
Stanley.
I'm excited.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Was he happy, or did he not know that
And
there
then
was
one
anything
day,
better?
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
You've never seen this game
This
before?
complete isolation.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Something was very clearly wrong.
I love this game.
Shocked, frozen
I can't
solid,
wait to see what they've
Stanley
changed
found
in it.
himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, so, you are Stanley. Stanley has never done anything outside of the rules. So, you just get to pick what you want to do now. Yeah, it's a lot of meta humor, yep. I think it says I hate Mondays. Ooh, door. No, that one's locked. Locked.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So there you go. You can have toesies and you can have a snack and a drinky. Nuggies and toes, yes please.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna look anyway, so fuck you. Alright, that door's locked. Locked. Ooh. Door. More door. Another door. Door.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
I mean, it's not that I don't pick up on cues, I just don't follow them. There's a lewd mommy cult? Yes. And you can give me your soul for the low price of $4.99. You don't need it. Just give it to me for safekeeping. New V-Tibby status out. Yeah, I got Tibbies and I got Jiggle Physics. Look. It's great. I upgraded a couple little things. Sold? Hell yeah. I will take all of your money. I will relieve you of your need for your wallet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, fuck you. Sure,
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I'm gonna touch all the doors. It is my goal to try to touch every door. Ooh.
Ah, yes,
Ooh,
truly
drinks.
a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Gimme.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, I'm not drinking it all in because I can't get a soda from the fucking machine. Now more immortal, a war for claim over my soul will now commence if I ever die.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so
Have a
utterly
good day at school,
captivating
Viper.
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
I was looking at
Really
the
worth
soda
it.
machine. Alright, I want a drink. I am thirsty.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Fuck your door.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, you know what? I'm just good at not getting caught. How about that? Warning. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off of cargo lift. I mean, if it causes death, how are you gonna find me? Leader of the mommy cult, thirsty. More news at 2. This game dude, is a bit dickish. Oh, just wait. You want to see him get even more mad? Ready?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am powerful.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I
Stanley
wonder
decided to go
how
to the
many
meeting
times
room.
I have to
Perhaps he
jump
had
off
simply
that
missed a memo.
for the game to change. Because, like,
When
this
Stanley
is
came to
butterfly
a set of
effect
2
times
open
a
doors, this
million.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
But
Perhaps
I
he
am
wanted
a
to stop
menace,
by the employee lounge first,
and this game is
just
gonna
to
learn
admire
that.
it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get
But you
back to
don't have-
business,
you-
Stanley took
No,
the first
I'm not
open
4
door on his
arms
left.
powerful, but, like, have you seen my titties? You can't look at my titties and tell me that I am not a
Stanley
powerful
was so
being.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whop.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
You can't kill me.
Good
I'll
job,
just come
Stanley.
back.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am immortal.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hey, Leon. Yeah, titties. Exactly. That's how. The more powerful I am, the bigger my
When
titties
Stanley
become.
came to a set of 2
So
open
when I'm
doors,
like a
this was
fucking
not the
S-cup
correct
or some
way to the
shit,
meeting
watch
room,
out.
and Stanley knew it
Too much
perfectly
power.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was but eager to get back to business,
I like
Stanley
how quickly
took the
it's running
first open
through his
door on his
lines
left.
because I'm just running. I know he changes something over here. I
Stanley
just don't know
was so
how many
bad at
times I have to
following
jump off
directions,
for him
it's
to do that.
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's try this side. Whoop.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform
The D
and
in double D
plunged to
stands
his
for
death.
domination. Yes.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone
Yes,
thinks you are very
absolutely.
powerful.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna give it one more go and see if
All of his
they've changed
co-workers were
anything.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
But
a memo.
there's so many like hidden things here that like you can play this game so many times and still find new
When
stuff.
Stanley came to a
Which
set
is what
of
I
2
loved about
open,
the
this was
original.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Law being
Perhaps
a
he wanted to
brat?
stop by the employee lounge
Where?
first, just to
Where?
admire it.
Sorry, I have to end stream. Laws being a brat. Let's go.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to
I
get
don't know
back
if
to
there's an
business,
achievement. I've
Stanley
seen a
took the
couple little
first open
clips.
door
I
on
don't know
his
if
left.
it's this section or a different one, but I did see something change specifically for
Stanley
jumping
was
off
so
the
bad
lift.
at following directions. It's incredible
So
he
I'm
wasn't
gonna
5
try
years
dying
ago.
one more time and we'll see where it goes. And splat.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his
Gotta
death.
get to Wano.
Good
Look,
job,
I'm
Stanley.
trying.
Everyone thinks
I'm
you are
getting
very
there.
powerful.
I hyper focus on a show and I'll get like 100 episodes
All of his
into
co-workers
it.
were gone.
Or at
What
least
could it
100
mean?
episodes further, and then I'll
Stanley
switch to something
decided to
else.
go to
Like
the
I
meeting
just
room. Perhaps
hit
he had
the
simply missed a
500th
memo.
episode of The Simpsons. Hi, Tony. Yeah, my name's different. I'm also 2D now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
All right, we're going to
Perhaps he wanted to
stay on
stop
the
by
lift
the
this
employee
time.
lounge first.
I will
just
not
to
unalive
admire it.
myself for the 5th time in a row.
Stanley felt lightheaded,
Very happy to be here. Hi,
butterflies in his
Zach.
stomach.
Hello.
Giddy but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Do you like those little follower emotes, Tony? I know you were
Stanley was so
king
bad
of the
at following
emotes.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
so
ago.
I won't unalive this time, I promise.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I don't believe you.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I didn't make that choice.
There's
You
someone
did.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ooh. Who's her? Law obeys an order and hates that he obeyed and starts being a brat about it. I thought of you when I thought, oh well, I can't wait to get there
This is it, Stanley.
at some point.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who is her? I don't know who she is.
She's been waiting.
Narrator's gonna be total tool for the whole game, isn't he? Yep, that's like the big draw of this game. I kind of want to just jump this way now. Just go backwards. Can I go backwards? Probably shouldn't. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Can I go up here? No. My options are kill myself again, or go through here. We'll play along for a little bit. Is this open? No, of course not. All right. What's in here? Oh, shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Hold on 1 second.
To reach
I'm getting
out
a phone
to
call.
her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
All right, so who is she? Do we want to answer the phone? Do we want to ignore it? We could walk away. It's buggy.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope
No
for a
call,
life
text. Yeah,
reunited.
I prefer text.
Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No,
yes,
that
I
wasn't
did
supposed to
unplug
be
the
a
phone.
choice. How did you do that?
Because
You actually
I'm
chose
amazing.
incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear
the
as
snail
day.
spawners?
Stanley picks up the phone.
I like
He's
both
taken
the
to his
English and the
apartment where he finds his
Japanese,
wife,
then
and the two
Mushi
pledge themselves to one another.
is the
Music comes
Japanese.
in, fade to
They're both
white,
really
roll
cute.
credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything.
Ha!
I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
They figured me out.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you've made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
No, I just
I
didn't
won't
care.
have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe
that.
this helpful
No,
instructional video.
I don't want to do that.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend
I
years
am a
of
real
hard
person.
work
You know
figuring
what?
how to
This game has
read.
validated me. I am in
Which
fact
choice would
real.
you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform
7.
to rational logic. If you
Fish.
find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
What the fuck is a back sack and crack?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
Okay, we're
you may
back
have
here.
noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago
I
and
can't
see what the
unplug it
correct
again.
thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I cannot unplug the phone again. Swan dives to death 4 times in a row. You need to learn how to make safe choices. I mean, what if I'm just saving society by unaliving? Man gets mad, brat is not following directions, more unexperienced takes at 3. Everyone but you is an NPC. Are you guys NPCs? Are you real? Am I the main character in a video game? Alright, so we're going this way. Guys! Guys! I can't jump.
Now that we know
I
your
can't
choices
jump
are
out.
meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the
can't.
main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That
can't
story
jump.
would make no sense at
They
all.
won't let me-
We
put me
just
in
need to
the-
get you home as soon as possible before the narrative
I'm
contradiction
in
gets
baby
any
jail
worse.
right now.
Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Death is only the beginning. You're gonna get isekai'd, not real am meat popsicle. Man, they put me in fucking baby jail. They put me in actual fucking baby jail. Are they making me walk all the way back? Let me see if there's a different door I can like leave through. Let's see. No. They're closing the doors behind me and everything. Oh my god.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Actually living Negi's life in that baby jail. Yeah, I got put in the little playpen.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the
Bowling with
story
bumpers?
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All
I
right.
actually prefer to bowl with the bumpers.
When
'cause,
Stanley
like,
came
I'm
to a set of
okay
2
at
open
bowling.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hold on.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry
Look,
back in the
everything's all
other
fucked up.
direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Look, everything got fucked up over here. Look, oh my god, everything's messed up. Can I go in here? God damn it, okay. I can't go any further, unfortunately. Alright, left it is. Where's the narration?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge.
This
I'll
is
have
great.
to live with
I
it
love
forever,
this. It's
reliving its
fantastic.
impossibility forever.
I have upset
couldn't
the
live
game.
that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
I have to.
Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, it's getting spoopy. It's getting spoopy. Actually be like, disrespect your surroundings. Oh. Oh god. What did I do?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
What happened?
With you.
I broke everything.
Who thought you were so clever.
Death
Now
of
look
the
where we
author
are.
live on stream?
My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
But I'm not
He
Stanley.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
And I don't care
That
what your
thought
reason
hadn't
is.
even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
No.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
Sir, like,
I worked so hard
we
on
don't
it.
use those
I tried
words
so
here.
hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly.
Oh, okay.
Hurry Just behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
How many times is
Behave
it gonna let
exactly
me?
as Stanley
No,
would.
let me get the.
That
We're not
means
going to the
choosing
left.
responsibly and always putting the story first.
you won't do it again?
I'm quite sure
All
you'll
right,
be up to
bet.
the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
glad you guys
he
are liking
entered
this.
the door on his left.
This is just Kristen Gray dialogue.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
surprised it doesn't,
That
like,
means
block me
choosing
out. I
responsibly
think-
and
I don't
always
think,
putting the story first.
can
I'm
do
quite
that
sure
with
you'll
any
be up to the
other,
task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Actually, you rebel.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
yeah.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right. So if I go through the right again, I think it's gonna just keep looping. So we're gonna go through the left. I win. All right, we went through the left. Everything is not completely broken, I assume. All right, it's not
Yet
completely
there was
broken.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header, and throw some bevel on all the text. It's going too fast. Going through the left door for Snoop Dogg. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, charts and slides, slides. Rate it which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Slide chart ratio, market report. Rates of increase in graphs per slide.
Please no more charts. I'm begging. The boss appreciation moment. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in solving interpersonal conflict. If you've ever found yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict, what are your dreams for the future? Nature, talk radio, mitosis, plant life, comatose, queer skin, pollution, a boat, metamorphosis. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. What a ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more.
Alright, so we went through that. That's probably about a minute. Was a good redeem. Yeah, no, good timing for that. Ooh, broom closet. I want the brooms. God damn it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't think I can go downstairs. Can I jump out the window? No. There's so many doors that don't open. Ooh, fancy. Oh, what's this? No, more useless doors. This is swanky. Look at this. Wait, hold on. Clicky clack. Clicky clack. Yes. Is that where the lewd mommy cult meets the broom closet? Yes. I like to call it the doom closet, but you know.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work?
I wonder if it's going to make me actually speak into it.
There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
It doesn't want me to say it, does it? Hello? Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver.
I think it wants to try to do that. Can't believe an entire cult's in the closet, right? Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
What do you want me to do?
Speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
How about here? I will do this. Eat my ass 69420.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
I don't know what it wants me to do.
I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
No,
why did you come this way?
You got mad at me.
Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello?
Is that me?
Is everything okay? Stanley, please.
Hello?
I need you to make a choice.
The end. Did I beat the game?
Door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
Did I beat the game?
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
I'm gonna have to check the settings and see if it actually needs my microphone input.
Are you there?
Because, like, what else am I supposed to do there?
Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Also, the narrator's a fucking liar because he said I could go right and it would have been fine, and it was not fine. He was actually very upset with me.
That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
I reached the end. Yay!
Take as much time as you need.
Hello? There we go. It's not anything I missed. That sounds something a man would do. Either choice is fine, just make the choice, except not that one. Phone ringing.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
I want the cardboard. Can we make a fortress? I want to make a fortress. 18th verse, same as the first. Ooh. How to use help. Window.exe. Just tell me where you want to eat, except that place you just chose? Yeah. What are you in the mood for? Well, I want this. Well, I don't want that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. I'm gonna try this side, and we're gonna
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Except it'd be a cool Hogwarts.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business.
Cardboard
Stanley
Fortress?
took the
No,
first open
Cardboard
door
Kingdom.
on his left.
Yes. I will be ruler of the cardboards. And we will make an army of cardboard
Stanley was so bad at following
fighters,
directions,
and you
it's
guys could be,
incredible he wasn't
the
5
army.
years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
blah,
but
blah,
you
blah. It's all about me,
time.
even though it's not.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Necky, destroyer of
Someone
cardboard,
you've
yes.
forgotten about. Please,
You will be the royal
stop
corgi.
trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Let's find out who she is.
This is
Queen
it,
Box
Stanley.
Axie. Boxy.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her
we're gonna
back
answer the
into
phone.
your
I'm not
life.
gonna unplug the phone
She's
this time.
been waiting.
As
That's
tempting
her,
as it is to
Stanley.
unplug the phone,
You
we
need to be
won't
the
do
one
that
to
this time.
do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, I got 2 achievements. You can't jump and get your first achievement. It was a little delayed, but that's okay. Did it work?
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Who's
Hold
that?
on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Can we choose to not? Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Oh, I can't
I'm
leave.
trying to
I
make
can't
a point
leave.
here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see
can't move?
something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay, now I can move.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
He blocked me in! What? I don't like this mannequin. This mannequin
This is a
is
very
making me
sad
very
story
upset.
about the death of a man named Stanley.
Yeah, no bitches. Good morning, employee 427. Press G on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands
Maidenless.
nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Killed so many people to get a 4-armed wife. Don't you take this away from me? H.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now
I don't like
he's
this.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's
I don't
coming
wanna
back
fuck
to
the
work. One might even feel
fucking
sorry for
mannequin.
him, except that he's chosen this life.
Mannequins scare me.
But in his mind,
It's spooky.
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
I can't
And each
even go
day
it
that he
further.
returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, I can watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own
I want
job.
TV.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
The thought excited him terribly.
Condemned. Yeah, that one. Nope. We'll probably play that on stream at some point. But that was a game I had a hard time playing by myself. Enjoy Mannequin Booba? Yeah, but it's like hard booba, not like soft and squidgy. Mannequin with head or no head? No head.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice.
I hate this.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and
slowly turning
destinations.
into an office?
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. Down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, to tell your kids a story? I don't have any kids. So no head?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again,
and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and
wishing
again.
beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Yeah, work-life
Surely there's an
balance
answer
does not
down
exist.
some
Agreed.
new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press L to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons
wanna
he
at
always
least be on
has.
the bed.
Nothing has changed.
Let me be comfy.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Yeah, let me go to
And I'm
sleep.
trying to tell him this. That in
Let me go
this
to sleep.
world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he
Work is love,
remains
work is
here,
life.
he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I won't push this button. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, let's stop the dancing. One more time. I really like Daft Punk. So I get the feeling that if I do not press the button, the game goes nowhere. And that's not so entertaining for you guys. So I am going to press the button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question nothing?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended
Discovery
purpose.
remains
The same
undefeated.
as Stanley.
Yes.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Excuse me? Game? Game? Do we need to have a talk?
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his
All right,
hand.
I'm gonna see what
it was only a
happens
matter
if
of
I
time
follow
before he
everything.
found the others, wherever they were.
Not yet.
Just a
I've
matter
been
of
meaning to,
time.
but I have not had much time. Because I so my week has been trying to fix my sleep schedule and then getting things done that were absolutely needed for work. Ooh, new content. New content? Boxes arrived? Where are the boxes?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
What is that? I want to know what the new content is. I must know. What is this new content you speak of? Yeah, what's the sleep schedule? I have no idea at this point. Ooh, spooky.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley
right,
Parable was a
2013.
video game released in
And I played
2013
it then.
on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in
is
2022
cool.
with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world
Oh my
of the
God.
Stanley Parable,
More game.
delighting audiences the world over.
Oh, there's always new stuff there, Isha.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, who's ready for new content? New content hype? Hype, 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 hype.
Okay, so far it's
Come
an
on.
elevator. Nothing
Let's throw
special
some hype
yet,
in the chat
but
for
I'm
the new
sure
content.
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Come on.
Is it broken? What's going on here?
Where's the new content?
Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go.
there we go.
All right, finally, at long last,
Hype,
it's
hype,
on to
hype.
the new content.
New
I've
content,
never
new
been
content,
more
new
ready.
content.
Let's do it.
New content, new content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay.
Oh.
Let's see the content.
go.
Give me the content, Stanley.
Hype, hype, hype. Content, content. Ooh.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, okay, we can jump. How fast can I? Ooh, okay, I can jump pretty fast.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley,
God, don't
I
do
have
it.
to
That's
say,
it's too
initial
ridiculous.
impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is
I know
new
that's gonna
content,
bother
then I could
somebody.
Just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over
Yeah,
1,000
I knew.
hours
I
of
knew
new
somebody was
content.
gonna get
And
upset
every-
at that.
Oh,
I
wait,
had to do it.
There's more.
I had to do
Very
it.
good. Yes.
I had to.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's
I
see
fucking
it.
had to.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
I gotta leave you wanting more. That's the whole shtick. I'm very good at that. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make
Wow,
an
thank you
easy
so
dollar.
much for
And
the
don't get me
subbie.
started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the
10
game's
active,
achievements,
thank you.
and it's hard to believe one of them
Unfollowed,
actually
unsubscribed.
says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and
God.
hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much
I don't know why,
anticipation around the new
my
content, I'm
alerts didn't
afraid.
go off,
It could
but-
never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is
No
really
popcorn?
about.
That's okay.
No frills,
What?
no gimmicks. Just you and me
That's so
having a great time
rude.
together like always.
That is so fucking
What do you
rude.
say, friend?
Oh my god. You took that so personally. Stanley Parable the game is gonna cancel Stanley Parable the dev team. Oh, okay. This looks different. This is different now. Anything over here? Ooh.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh, we have to vent. creepy nut. Guys, I found the secret nut. Granny would never marry a consort like you. That's okay. I'll still have 2 figures of her by like middle of next year.
Okay,
Guys, I'm in the
you
bed.
remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Beep. Oh no, tiny hiccup. Ooh, whoa. Look at this. Guys, is this the Elden Ring? I think this is the Elden Ring.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Look at how nice this is.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Look, the old Steam page. Look at that. I don't know why it's in Russian at the bottom, but... You are become the Elden Lord? Hell yeah. Indie Box Collector's Edition. I wonder if this actually was the Collector's Edition, if it looked like that. Science Award. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys could read that, but it says the British Academy of Film and Television Arts awarded to something Straley, The Last of Us in the category story, and then the tape just says Stanley Parable. Oh my god, this is great. Yeah, this game is fantastic. I was so excited. I had no idea that they were re-releasing it. Stanley Parable 2013. Oh my god, this is look, good times. Good times. Trip down memory lane. The disc. Smile because it happened. Is that the first dollar? Their first dollar? Oh. Oh yeah, the demo. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Was that really an achievement? Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. You're still screaming. Do you want me to go back and redo it? Stanley Parable deals tough choice. I love these. This is so good. Of little Stanley. Oh. Yeah, guys, you can touch grass. Oh, I wish we could go down this way. This is really nice though. It's a random piano.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism,
Oh my God.
10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
This is great.
"Where
I
so
love
many
it.
games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was
No,
literally
this is
every
fantastic.
game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona
the
3. It was
accent.
all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Nope. Don't read any reviews except this one. How do you review a game like the Stanley Parable? To describe any one part of it is to risk its ruination. To detail what it has to say about game design, the illusion of choice, and the psychology of the gamer is to tell you too much. Comparisons, too, are going to be woefully inadequate. Perhaps its closest cousin would be Dear Esther. But where Dear Esther wastes the form of interactive entertainment, Stanley Parable uses and then subverts it. Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Even so, holding the game to the standards of any other title is simply not going to be correct. How do you review a game, or how do you review what has been known as the Stanley Parable HD, the full-scale reimagining of one of the most intriguing mods available online? How do you discuss it, analyze it, and recommend it? It's quite simple. You don't. Me when the depression hits? Oh no! Alright, so... what's down here? Oh, I can't go in here! Why show me the door if I can't go in? Can I go out here? Nope. There was a tie? Wait. Were these things you could buy? I want a Stanley Parable tie. I'll wear it. I just got like a new button up and like slacks too. The illusion of choice, yes.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The
Is it just gonna show me all the reviews?
Is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice
I'm not
in
gonna read all of
games,
these.
and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video
socks would
game
be good
memories.
too. A polycule really can be one gamer in all the different Stanley Parable endings. You're not wrong. Did it want me to go in here? The serious room? I heard a door open. I thought it was that one, but... must be back here?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Ah, it's this
What
one.
I wouldn't give to go back,
Hydrate!
to have it all over again.
Hydration.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Give me a fucking soda already. I want.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
No.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't
Hi,
even imagine what's
Sophie.
been
How
collecting
are
down
you?
here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, are you sleepy?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web
Look at all
of
the Steam
profound
reviews.
philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Look. Hold on, can I go that way?
Here we go.
Not funny. Didn't laugh. Yeah, no, like you could have a good game or just good content in general. There will always be somebody who's like, "Fuck you, I hate this, go die." That's just how things are. Misery loves company. Anything in here? Oh, more bad reviews. I always liked this game. I'm surprised people didn't like it. I think it's hysterical. Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. while the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me.
Great. I love the reactions.
To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't
this game is trash, and you're trash if you like.
Game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
There are some good reviews.
Like a failure.
Oh,
like
no.
I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh no. Nihilist when a bad review comes in. Ah, perfect. I really reached them. Oh, it's getting a little spooky. It's okay. Game is good even if not everyone likes it. Things don't have to be lovable to be good.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record.
What's in the water?
Positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
All right, we get a skip button. You're right. I should die. We all should. No, that's not. Oh, Stanley entering the place where the narrator's sleep paralysis demon lives. Oh, that is the skip. All right, anything else around before I touch buttons? No? They definitely added a lot more.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just the
let's
push
see how
of a
much
button,
we can endure
you'll
of
have
this.
zipped right past it.
Let me know when you guys want me to skip.
Asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun
This is like me ranting about minor inconveniences in my life.
The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably,
but they also forgot
until
that
the end of time,
I
at which
probably
time everything
will
all
listen
once,
to the whole
so,
thing.
now you see, blah 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 blah.
Unless they just
We've
do
eaten
that.
too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards. The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years.
I genuinely want to know how long
yesterday,
this dialogue
here and there,
is.
forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
I think it is looping.
We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet.
It is looping.
Until 200.
You know, I tried though. I tried.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
But then
Not that, of
Leon
course,
said
you
something,
need a
I'm like,
description
okay,
of
it definitely
but if
is.
I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
How many times do you think we can press this?
Look. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well,
I'm
I
waiting
want to
for
say
the
maybe
button to...
30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Well, then don't speak for
You've
that
just
long.
been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh,
only
my
one of the
goodness.
lights is working.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak. Oh, hello.
Oh, it's dark as fuck
You're
in
here
here.
again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about
Okay.
everything.
Too long, didn't read. Don't push the button, bop. I'm gonna keep pressing. Oh. What's that beep? What's the beep? What's the beep? What beep? Fire alarm. Eh.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where
Actually
are the
speak
jokes? Where are
toxic,
the
we-
jokes?
how's
They
that
bemoaned, they
toxic?
screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain.
I'm not being toxic. Toxic would be saying I care. And then being like, just kidding, don't care. Boop. I just like pushing buttons.
The end is never 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 the
Toxic axie taxi.
is never the end 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 is never the.
Somebody make a song out of that. Person tried to have a meaningful conversation with you about their feelings and you cut them off. I guess I shouldn't have acted like it was, shit, what the fuck are the lyrics? I did break him, but I'm used to breaking people. I get paid to do that.
But you didn't have to cut me off.
I don't remember the lyrics. We have light now, so that's an improvement. Boop. Look it! We have life. Now I'm just a narrator that I used to know. I narrate. Yeah. I wish I remembered the lyrics better to make better jokes for that, but that song's in my head. Oh, is it spooky time? Oop. Spooky? I'm waiting for like, I doubt this game would do a jump scare, but I'm waiting for something like that. Oh. Can we finally leave? Why is everything on an angle? I think we're in the desert. Look. Watch out for mannequins, yeah. I can't shift to run. Oh, it won't even let me on top? Come on. Alright. Well, you better start walking. We'll go this way, I guess. See how long it'll make us walk for. I wasn't expecting it to turn into a desert. Oh, one more desert.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm about to become a
Stanley
skeleton.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right. I will listen this time. Because that's what I was going to do, and then I got distracted by the new content. Wait. New content. New content. Okay, do you guys want me to listen? Or do you want new content? Whoever is the first answer, I will choose. But you won't go for the new? Okay, well, Smoke, I'm sorry. Chat is demanding new. Shiny? All right, new.
Good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
New content. We love new content. All right, what's the new?
You
New
see,
content.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has
Monkey
turned
brain
out to
and activate.
be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh. Look at that, we got a new game.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
You know, I actually really like the advertising for this. Taste the sequel. Okay, but you don't give me sodas either. Rude. This is
Calling it the
nice.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now
I have
that's
puppies
an
like this in my
artistic
house.
statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Oh yeah, the jump circle isn't back, yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to have to leave you unsatisfied, H2O. This is nice. This is a really, like, nice office area. Very modern. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. They should make, a programmer's cut for this, just SQL for sequel. Alright, more of the Stanley Parable. Better Stanley Parable. Thank you for the biddies and the sound. There's an innuendo in there somewhere. In whose endo? Ooh.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. I love this. This is great. But who's endo and what's in them? I don't know. The music does fit, yeah. She's looking like Ekans on meth. Yeah. You know what? A little bit. A little bit. Valued investors, this way to the show floor. New features. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of like what the YouTube building in New York looks like. Like, part of it kind of, like, is that kind of, like, super open modern feel when you first get in. Hot take on Dark Souls 2 there? Alright, let's go up. Wow. Look at this. Wow.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
We got merch. I saw the new content. The end is never the end again. They're back 2 doors. Tell me that QR code works, please. Hold on. Let me see if I can scan this with my phone real quick. I plan on playing 1 and 2 at some point. Yeah, right? I was like, they didn't put that in there for no reason. I knew it was gonna be a working QR code. Those things are so cool. All right, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. All right, what else is there? Oh, hold on. Before we can do that. We can do that. We can speedrun dox me on stream, but whole new office. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh, no. Look, jump circle. Jump circle's back. And infinite hole. Stanley Parable 2. Oh, I don't know where to go first. Stanley Parable 2. Reassurance bucket. All right, hold on. We'll go maybe in a circle. Office decorations, Stanley Parable Reassurance bucket. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. All right. We'll go kinda in a circle.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Small. That scared the shit out of me. Thank you for the sound of the biddies. I don't know why my bots are being so fucking weird right now, because like it's not showing it. It's okay. It still scared me. All right. Do you think this is gonna dox me? VTuber doxed on stream.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you roleplay as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind,
I see what you were going
forget
for,
whoever
Smoke.
you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Oh my god. All right, so we're supposed to be Jim. Everyone be Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you.
I thought I was actually gonna say my name.
The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
All right, I will do it again. It's role-playing as an extra.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you
Give it back!
are.
Give it back! Give it back! Give it back! That's my button! Give me my button! Man. Well, thank you for stopping by, Riley. How are you? I'm mad they took my button away. Assholes. All gymmed out. Can I leave? I can. Took my fucking button away. Batman, stop training my daughter. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I'm Jim Gordon. Welcome all to the Church of Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
The epilogue. I don't think we want to do that yet. Please no screenshots. Praise Jim. I'm good. I'll stick around for a while at least. I'm sorry about your button. Well, you sticking around makes me feel better, so thank you. All right, we got the jump circle, the infinite hole. Okay, so do we want to do jump circle or the reassurance bucket? Do y'all think Jim is slim? Maybe. But I'll let you guys pick. What should we do next? Jump or bucket? Jump, jump? All right, jump, jump it is. Look at all this. Oh, achievement? Hold on. I want an achievement. What's the achievement? Pull the lever, reach your new achievement. Not yet, no. All right, we're doing jumps. Okay, hold on. Achievement, infinite hole, collectibles. Where's the jump circle? Okay, so we're there, so it should be, that's infinite hole. Should be right around here. Axie knows a trap when she sees one, yes. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to leave. Wait, hold on. Collect them.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, shiny. Do we go forward? Guess we go forward. Oh yeah, we rebranded for my VTuber. Cool new religious affiliation. Yeah, you can always be part of the Church of Leah. But we shortened Exiliah to Axie. Do you prefer Leah as a shortened version of Axie? You can do either Leah or Axie. It doesn't bother me either way because Leah is an extension of Exiliah. So either is fine. I will respond to both. Look at this little figurine. We're all trying to touch it. Figurine. Wow. Fine. Yay! Oh, I wonder if there's 6 we can collect in this area. Ooh. I want all of them.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Jump circle, exit. No, I don't want to exit. I did touch the butt. Oh, jump circle is probably right here. Okay. All right, H2O, you ready?
You know what, Stanley?
That's
I actually
funny.
think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
It left the single one that I didn't do from last time. So I have no choice. I was gonna leave you hanging again, but I actually have no choice. There. You happy? Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied now? I can no longer jump. I hate that. Wait, so you're upset when I don't finish the jump circle, and now you're upset that I did finish the jump circle? What kind of shit is that? All right, so let's do... I can't, it won't let me jump anymore. See? They took away my jump ability. All right, let's see. I wanna check out that and that. Yeah, you can't jump in the game normally. Hi, Gwendo. Alright, reassurance
A common
bucket.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
I don't see a bucket.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
I don't see a bucket anywhere.
As long as you hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
The gaslight
bucket. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass
Welcome to the cum zone.
The bucket is the
welcome to stream.
solution.
Welcome to hell. How you doing, Maddie?
Give it a try.
Bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And
all
in
hail
fact,
bucket.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Ooh, charisma.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I steal the bucket? I stole the bucket. It's my bucket. Axie's second ended command is a slightly dented bucket. I mean, I'll take a dented bucket over no bucket. Where's your bucket? Leah bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
See, Riley knows. Riley knows. You should have seen all the stuff I've done already. I have just been an absolute menace. The fuck it bucket, yes. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. All right, what's over here?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday.
All right, white balloon or blue balloon?
With?
Should we do Happy 12th Birthday Stepniece or Get Well Someday? What decorations do we want, chat? I think I just hold on to this bucket forever now. Get well someday? All right.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Well,
Happy 12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
H2O, you got your wish. All right. We did the choice. We did it.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
It is very petty. Did you take any screenshots in the screenshot room? You know, I could try, actually. I haven't done that. I did notice that. Let's do the achievement first and then the whole. Like, I'm able to take a screenshot, but it doesn't do anything. No, I'm able to take one. It's just, well, control is bound. So when I do control alt print screen, it, like, doesn't work that way, but, like, I can do snip. Snip works. All right, this is gonna be spooky, but we're gonna do it.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's
Seems
as
simple enough.
as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
This is bullshit. I want my achievement. Give me my achievement. This is stupid. All I got was this fucking bucket. Alright, time to go jump in the infinity hole.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What's that? Oh no, we did that one. Okay. I'm mad because they're like, pull lever for achievement and then no Chivo. It makes me sad. I want my Chivo. Hole entrance, infinity. More hole, science, space, depth. Hole, infinity, falling, more. Educational use only. What do you mean that felt good? Are you just happy I was upset that I didn't get an achievement? Alright,
Stanley,
here we go.
Here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A
Portal
stunning
would
leap
like a
forward for
word.
video games as a medium.
Alright, we can't explore anywhere else. Ugh. Huzzah! You want Cheetos?
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Me
One of
being
my
that
more
petty? Never.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? What'll happen if I don't? Is this not an infinite fall?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite
I was right.
nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely
Oh no, I want to
deep
go
hole.
splat.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's
Thanks
more
for
of
hanging out, Leon.
Okay.
Oh, we
well,
found the bottom
good
of the
for
hole.
You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a
Cigarettes.
liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue
Look, you can
here
see
is
the little
just that
tiny
you're
dot.
unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Me?
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Yes, Tofu. This is the newest version.
The thing's got a little
It's got
heated
new
there. I think we
content.
both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to
Yes.
just call the hole mostly infinite?
Look,
If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
someone threw a mug down here. There's lots of papers. All right, we'll go up to the
Great.
surface.
Now, I'm very excited to show you. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Hey.
Not normal. A normal person
I
would have said,
mean,
yep,
I
that's
do
an
like
infinite
holes.
hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you
Yes.
this time?
It
I
was
couldn't help but
definitely
feel like
shorter.
you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that
Eh?
not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole,
I don't
you can
know.
hit the teleport
He just
button
took
and come
an
join
educated
me
guess.
up above. Had enough? I'm positively
Whee!
thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become
We keep
extremely
raising
certain that the hole is
the
not
floor.
only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily
Bet you won't
less and
explore a
less
third
infinite.
hole? Wait till I explore the
suspect that I'm
fourth.
starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here,
We
let's
do like
try
the hole.
something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Cool. I'm fine with
Well,
that.
there it is.
The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
Look, if there's a hole, I will be inside of it.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the
Can you give me the jump
teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation.
You can stick enough in
it was
this.
working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
More
It's
hole
a
for
win
me.
for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
He just... It's not the depth, it's the width. There's really only 5 to 6 inches of depth in the hole, no matter the instrument. That's fair. Well, actually, you know what? No. Twitter says otherwise. I've seen some things recently on my timeline that says otherwise. Some XL things. So it depends on where you're talking about. We're going down. We're going deeper, boys. You just do whatever dark, grim deeds you intend to do in this hole. Axie's wallowing out the hole. I like this music a lot. Yeah, really getting in there. Oh, I can change my perspective? Deeper, you say? Yes, very, very deep. Gotta ease it, not too fast. Oh my god. I go get food and come back. I've seen XL things. I feel like I missed something. High oath. Yeah. No, for the H2O saying there's really only 5 to 6 inches of depth. Not for everyone. I've seen videos on Twitter. Ooh, I can change my perception or change my perspective. Interesting. Looks much tighter than I would have expected. How is this? This is the hot new gameplay I'm talking about. Look at this. All right, let's. Oh my god. It's a whole lot of fun. Yes, hello, Maddie. Okay, this song slaps. All right, let's change our reality. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I like this one. Oh, puppies! Oh my god, puppies! Puppies, look at the little baby puppies. Oh my god, you see all the puppies? Hold on, let me see perspective. Let me see if I can. There we go. Now we can see the puppies better. Hello. How you doing, Maddie? Look at all the puppies. Okay, this is stream now. Look at the puppies. They're so cute and tiny. Oh my god, they're so cute. Look at them. Oh, I want to adopt them all. They're so tiny. Look at it. Oh. Yeah, the little tails. They're just eating. They're all happy. I wonder if I can change the music. Hold on. I don't like this one. Okay. Kind of spooky? Neggy will be very jealous.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine. My head's stronger.
Well, everyone, thanks for coming to stream. This stream. This will be the next part of stream. The next. Yep. I'm trying to find good music again. Oh yeah, one of them does have a bandana. You're right. I had good music for a bit. Now it's all like spooky stuff. No, I want. What is this? What happened to the music? Alright, we'll leave this one for now. Let me see if we get any other ones. Ooh. Oh, we got a beach background. Yeah. Neggy has a bandana on his collar. So it looks like, ooh, just like a lot of random images. It's okay. Puppies. We gotta go back to the music at some point, right? All right, let's see what happens when I change B. Let's see, change your perspective. I think we only got the good music once. Yeah. No, we only got good music once. God damn it. That's a different version. I'm trying to find something at least decent.
Stanley!
Oh.
Stanley!
Hey!
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley.
I was playing with the puppies.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. I was playing with the puppies. And
why did you take me away from that?
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Man. Oh, are we going back down? Oh. I guess I beat that section. Oh, hey, we're back here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
All right, so I think we did everything, so we can head to the exit. Do it again? That's gonna take too long. More puppies. Or you guys could look at the pictures of the puppy I put in Discord. Because I put lots of pictures and videos of my baby corgi. He's getting so big now. He's so cute.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah.
Ready to move on now?
Yeah. And I got my bucket.
Dicks!
Hi, Gentle. Thank you for the dicks yet again. Discord. Hello, Leah. Hope your Sunday's going well. It's going very well. How about your Sunday?
So, Stanley,
can I jump in here?
Do you like all of
Can I
the new
jump in?
features? Yes,
I
I
wanna
know
jump.
it's not exactly
Let me
clear
go in the
yet
hole.
how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game.
I want to
but
jump in the hole.
I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Can I jump in the
I'll
hole?
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm
Here it
ready.
is.
Let me in the hole.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh. Oh, H2O. There's another jump rig.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
Let me
Okay,
in.
never mind.
Let me in.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Let me in.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this.
Yeah, thank you
Here
for
we
the
go.
dicks.
Version 2.
Oh,
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This
Well,
isn't a
there's the
coherent
balloons
video
we
game at all.
kinda
It's a lot of
picked out.
gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first
How
game.
dare you?
I wanted fans to
I thought
love
it was gonna be
no matter
there.
how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply,
Oh, boy.
well,
I wonder if this
insert a
moves.
few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Oh,
with
no, okay.
respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
I thought
Would
we
it
were going to be
possibly
able to
work?
do the jump circle
I
again.
suppose
I'm
it could,
sorry.
but it would need a really,
Yes, technically
really
you picked them
tremendous
out.
title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
All right, what do we got?
Take a look.
They actually, look, they gave us the second game. Look at that. Look at that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, we're not going to skip this?
Stanley worked for a
Your
company in a
balloons are
big
here.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Buttons.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to
Big
push,
brother.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of
Button,
every
button, button,
year.
button, button.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in. As though
Oh
it had
yeah,
been
gentle,
made
I have a new
exactly for
outfit.
this
And I
job.
also have physics.
And Stanley was happy.
You're so
And then
godlike.
one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give
I
him
love that the
instructions,
balloons are
call a
everywhere.
meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
Yes.
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right.
All
Look,
of his
they're
co-workers were
everywhere.
gone. What could it mean?
It put us
Stanley
back into
decided
the
to go to the
kinda
meeting room.
regular game?
Perhaps he had simply missed a
Bucket.
memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
All right, we're taking the bucket. The bucket is our new friend. All right, do you guys want me to listen to him or not listen to him?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door
We
on
haven't
his
tried
left.
listening to him yet. Okay, there you go, green sticky note. A boost! A boost! That's a lot of boost. All right, we're gonna listen for now.
Still no one was here.
All right. No
Stanley
one's
needed the
here.
bucket's warmth and comfort
one's
now
there.
more than ever.
Let me in the broom closet.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find
You
answers.
used to be able to go in here. Aha!
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants
wanted
the
to check out
bucket.
the new
You
physics?
can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
My bucket.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong
Do
friend.
we leave the bucket in here, or
Can't
do we
hand it
keep the
over.
bucket?
Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its
we're at
demeaning
50-50?
comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years.
I don't even know how to get rid of the bucket.
Let him have it.
I don't think I can put it down. All right, well, bucket's mine.
Okay,
Fuck you guys.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No, we're going downstairs. Look at that!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
one.
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness,
I don't know if
Stanley.
my
God
poor
knows I
psyche can
tried.
take these comments
So,
from the
I
room.
implore
Oh, no.
you to savor each and every moment you come
Look, I
across
got
one of
two.
these beautiful figurines.
All right.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was
Just be
crazy.
mean to it back?
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I
He
know
looked
I'm
down at the
crazy.
bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned its gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And
Are we
that's
going in
when Stanley
circles?
realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket.
Oh,
Someone
no.
else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would
My
come
bucket
from
went
this.
away.
Who knows what sorts of bizarre
My nut bucket.
hallucinations Stanley might
Bucket.
experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. Indeed. Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
I'm going
Now he
crazy.
felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious.
Oh God, am I floating?
Without
Am I
my
floating?
bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it
Oh,
truly
no.
be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one
my God,
bucket
look at all
after
the
next.
buckets.
None of them were his.
Look at-
None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley.
I need my special
Find
bucket.
me.
He had to find
I
the
scream,
bucket.
you
He had to
scream,
return
but
to
I
his old
scream
friend.
because I got
It
ice
was
cream.
the
What kind of
only way
ice
to
cream did
truly
you get?
restore his sanity. And
How you
then
doing,
suddenly,
F-boy?
he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming
Where's my
from.
bucket?
The
I need
real
my
bucket
special bucket.
was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
Ice cream.
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No. Cookies and cream, yum. It's
This
a good
is
flavor.
the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
They
She
took my
arose,
bucket.
got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
She has
But
my
on
bucket!
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through
Oh
town,
my God.
talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Why does she
Right
have my
away,
bucket?
she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even
The best part of
tighter.
this is
Of course,
a
she had no time
new
for this.
version of an
There
ending
were
in the
a
first
myriad
game.
of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she
So,
thought to herself.
everyone has a
"My
comfort
life
bucket except
kicks
for me?"
ass." And she backflipped all the way to work.
Oh my god, this is fantastic.
Stanley
no,
knew
my
the office
bucket's
layout like the
gone.
back of his hand. It was only a matter of time
Where's my
before he found the
bucket?
others, wherever they were.
No,
Just a
no,
matter
okay, my
of
bucket's here.
time.
My bucket's here. Okay, we're gonna leave the bucket for now. But bucket is here. Let's see.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to go into the broom closet without the bucket and see what happens. How can we find them? Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I wonder if I can find all of them. Aha.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. This is my special space. What if they take the bucket? I mean, they already took the bucket from
There
me
was
before.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
How long till he gets mad at me for staying in the closet?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA? Fuck all. Oh my god.
Are you really
Yes.
still in the broom closet?
Yes, I am still in the
Standing
broom
around
closet.
doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It's fine if you're in the closet, take your time. 1 hour sitting in the closet later. Narrator just wants you to accept
You
yourself
have
for
to
who you are.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd
is a
said
choice to be in here.
Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Wanted to add, I got partially confused with the new name till I realized it was you, Axie.
Maybe to you this is
Understandable.
somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Do you guys find this concerning, chat? We're all your friends. You can come out to us. It's safe here. Yay!
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He
That's
probably
rude.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
That's
that
very
or with
rude.
drug money. Also, Stanley's addicted to drugs and hookers.
What?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm not dead.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave
Safe in
because
the
there's
closet?
nothing here
This is a riveted
when a
end?
physical malady
my
of some
God.
sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello?
Yeah,
Anyone
very
who
rude,
happens to be
right?
nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of
Oh
your
my God.
species. please remove their corpse from the area
Yeah, he just
and
called me a
instruct
John.
another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative
Oh my
tropes in video
God.
gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
It's very
All right.
lost.
When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Is there anything else to this one? I'm gonna give it like another minute or so. All right, I'm bored.
Ah, second player. It's good to
Second
have
player?
you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
All right, we're
walked
gonna go
upstairs
downstairs
to
again.
his boss's office.
All right, that's not there anymore. Sorry, I'm a gaming journalist. What am I supposed to get? At
But
this point,
Stanley
I don't
just
even
couldn't
know.
do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
I'm glad
and in
you
such
guys
a
like the
competitive economy,
tights and feet
why had he taken
redeems.
that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
Yep.
in a single moment for no reason at all.
Tights
None
are
of
the
it made
best.
any logical sense. And as Stanley
Go back
pondered
to the
this,
shitbox.
he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
You
Why
are
did
correct.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply
Yep,
repeating?
just looping.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Oh my
And
God.
at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Dream.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't
Technically, it's an
crazy after
18 plus
all.
stream. I
And
marked
he
it
thought
as
to himself,
mature.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the
Riley.
ground.
Oh, I'm floating
Then
again.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so
Ooh,
much
space.
fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he
We're in
remaining
space.
so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh,
Now the
Grundle.
voice was
You
describing
innocent little
itself being
bab.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply
Where's the
deceiving
space? I
himself?
want space
believing
again.
that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that
It's a
this was a
dream.
dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh,
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm
Wake up.
through with this dream. I wish it
Wake
to
up.
be over.
Grab a brush and put on a little makeup.
Let me go back to
I just
my
crossed the fader
job.
with the shake up.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I don't have a
All I
wife.
want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh, I'm back.
Stanley began screaming.
Oh no.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
I'm
tell
seeing
me
red.
I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
And everything went black.
Phew. I went crazy. Dream, dream,
This
dream,
is the
dream,
story
dream,
of a woman
dream.
named Mariella.
So this is the original.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to
She doesn't
himself,
have the bucket
and then collapsed
anymore.
dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered
That's
the
kind of
meeting she had
not
scheduled
okay.
for that day. The very
little messed
important
up.
people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
Purple.
So it was only
Okay.
a moment that she stood there, staring down at the
I'll
body.
put on the purple sticky
and
in a
then
second.
she turned and ran.
All right. Purple sticky.
Just a step through this door, Stanley
Alright,
thought to
so
himself, that's
it
all I
seems
need.
like-
If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
It seems like if I take the bucket with me, I get alternate endings.
Stanley lifted
So
the bucket
we're
into his
gonna-
arms,
we're gonna go
and
back
a
and
wave of
revisit
comfort
some.
rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Oh, I know.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
What's your question, Nick
Yes,
Schwell?
Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Bucket, bucket,
How
bucket,
insightful
bucket,
the
bucket.
bucket turned out to be.
Gentle, that sentence makes my brain hurt, and I'm not gonna read it anymore.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley
Oh,
took
yeah,
the
we
door
haven't
on his
done that
left
yet.
to go back to the meeting room.
Oh, that brings us to the meeting room. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Why does Law have to do his fingers like that when he says shambles? Because he's sexy. I don't know.
Good, said the
Excellent.
bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Jump off? All right.
Stanley did not question why, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Is it bad that I understood that? No, it makes my brain hurt too much to think about it. You're welcome,
All
Smoke,
of his
but we're gonna do it
co-workers
again
were
without
gone.
me jumping
What could it
this
mean?
time.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Law
he
is
had
very
simply missed a
spicy.
memo. The confusion and the chaos all
Whoa,
seemed
that
to
water's
melt
cold.
away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Bucket, 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 bucket. Colt of the
Stanley
bucket.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Thelma and Louise with the bucket.
Stanley took the door on his
Shakespeare
left
is
to go
weeping,
back
for
to the
he
meeting
never
room.
wrote such a beautiful thing. Oh my god. Alright, this time we're not jumping off. It's fine.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
My bucket
Stanley
can talk.
chose not to think about this.
It's a special bucket.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Give me commands, bucket.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
I mean, it's not really dark, but I assume this is where they want me to be? Oh yeah, Buttspot isn't here. My bots have been weird. I don't know. Because Buttspot had been here for a while before.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
All right. We're going home with the bucket. Yeah, alerts have been kind of weird today too, so I'm not sure what's happening.
And his bucket. Once upon a time,
I
gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was
change.
lonely and
It's
could use a
possible.
friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
I found a button. Ooh, this is a much nicer apartment than last time. You know what, but maybe Butts has the day off because it's Sunday. No butts, only buckets. What's in here? Nothing? Bucket! Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press Z to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Cause I'm queasy. Bucket! Press T to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be
Where's my
concerned
bucket?
as well? To see him delusional
Bucket.
like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Oh, you're right. It's a 427B. B for bucket. We need a bucket of butts. A butt kit.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me.
Bucket.
It's just a bucket.
Bucket,
it can't
bucket, bucket,
think.
bucket.
It can't talk.
Bucket.
All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Is that liquid friendship? Don't listen to the loud man. Press H for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still
Don't put
taking
me in a
orders from the
well,
bucket.
whoa.
You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket. This
What if
stupid
the
hunk of
bucket
metal.
makes me happy? Press F to ignore anyone in your life except me. All right.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just
Bucket.
going to cling to this bucket, this cold,
Bucket,
empty
bucket, bucket,
this
bucket.
sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Bucket! You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press I to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a
Bucket.
little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
It's the best friend
Like
bucket.
it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press O to relive this same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's
my
literally
bucket.
just a bucket.
But it's my bucket.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular
You love
bucket?
the bucket, too. Press J to go home, to work to home, to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. The bucket. No, 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 no.
Are we gonna
no,
fuck
no.
this
What's going
bucket?
on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say.
Am
Do
I gonna stick
anything
my
it
dick in the
asks.
bucket?
What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
I'm gonna fuck the bucket. The fuck it. Oh, yeah. Oh, come to Papa.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the
My
bucket,
bucket.
Stanley. I
No.
need it. Give
No.
it to me now. Give it.
No,
or
no. We love Bucket. Bucket is love. Bucket is life. Are we gonna fuck this bucket? Leah 2022? A Thropal Israeli Stanley, a narrator in a bucket. Oh my god. Oh, this is great. I love this. I love this so much. Oh, this looks different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Bucket.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms.
Bucket.
With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Okay, we're gonna go
Stanley clutched the
upstairs
bucket
this time.
tightly to his chest and emptied. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Bucket, bucket,
but Stanley had
bucket,
felt the
bucket
bucket
is my
calling to
friend.
him, telling
Bucket,
him
bucket,
that the
bucket,
employee
bucket.
lounge
Your
was
friend.
simply the place
She'll
to
be
come
here
in.
till the end.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Why do I gotta
Yes,
cover my
Stanley
butt?
thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the
ROT3?
bucket turned out to be.
Why do I gotta cover my
No,
butt?
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh wait, that
No.
doesn't.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
No,
lift.
I'm gonna try
yes.
something.
Go good.
Said the
I'm gonna
bucket.
see
Now
if I can
ride
go
the
that
lift
way.
all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this
One,
bucket was speaking to him.
Two.
It should have
three.
alarmed him, of course, because buckets
Ah!
can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Cover
He
your
was
butt,
firmly
otherwise
convinced
bucket
that the
will
bucket
enter.
had spoken to him,
I'm gonna keep it
and
a
he
bucket with you.
unthinkingly
That was
did
the
whatever
best
the bucket
ending.
asked.
It's great. I don't think I've been in here yet. But we're going here.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
It's my bucket.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which,
but the bucket
if
goes
that's
everywhere
true,
with me.
well, my goodness. I think
love
we have to
bucket.
do something about it. This misunderstanding could have
How dare
dire
you deny
consequences
bucket?
on the entire
Yeah.
rest of the
You
game
can't deny
if not
bucket.
addressed quickly
Bucket
and
is
properly.
love. Bucket is life.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
But it's my bucket.
Please, step in here for a moment.
But, okay. Ooh, I still have bucket. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or
Ooh,
not the
ooh.
thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
How dare you deny
Simple
bucket?
enough, right? This
It
should
isn't a
tell us
bucket, it's
everything
true
we'll
love.
ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Is this a bucket?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yeah, that's bucket. The bisexual lighting returns. It does.
Incorrect.
What?
It is a hologram of a bucket,
Oh, come
not
on.
an actual bucket.
Yeah, we're alone in here right now.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
That is a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not
That's-
an actual bucket.
Come on.
Item 3.
Bucket.
Is this a bucket?
That looks like a bucket.
Correct.
Yay!
This is a bucket.
We got it.
Item
That's a-
4. Is
That's
this a
somehow
bucket?
gonna be a bucket. No, that is a tractor.
Correct.
Yay!
This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank
Yes,
you for
bucket.
not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
Everything is bucket. Bucket is everything. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. All buckets.
Is this a bucket?
No, that is tractor.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
That's not a bucket. Is this a bucket? No, this is my Pixar mom dumpster. Oh my god. Bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Bucket.
Trick question.
What do you mean?
Both.
What do you
Gotcha.
mean?
Item...
What?
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Can I go up on the conveyor belt? Boop. Bucket.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And therefore
A bucket is
nothing
both
could possibly
nothing
be
and everything
something.
at the same time.
Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes. Nothing and everything is a bucket. The bucket is all around us.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective.
Life,
What is
liberty,
a
and the
bucket?
pursuit
What
of
isn't a
buckets.
bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
We are all bucket.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
I pressed it.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
I keep
But I'm
breaking the
going to erase
narrator.
all
I love
buckets from
this.
the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
Just fuck the bucket and make up already? Okay, well now
What
we gotta go
happened?
that way without
Is
the
everything
bucket.
gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes, everything was
Every
a bucket.
single thing in the game was a bucket.
Bucket.
Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
You are also
and you,
bucket.
Stanley, you're still here.
I am
you're
bucket.
not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful
We are all
news.
bucket.
We're not buckets.
You miss bucket?
Yes, I actually feel
Aw.
much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some
If a bucket
clarity
is
on that
something
issue,
you put
but it
things
doesn't
in,
change
then
the
anything
fact
can be a
that
bucket.
we haven't got a
Exactly.
game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that
Bucket.
it's all a bucket. But if you run
Everything
into
is
anyone
bucket.
else, maybe don't mention that.
No,
Who
they
knows
must know
what
the
that
word of
information
bucket.
might do to a person. All right,
I
here
don't
we
care.
go.
They need to learn the truth. What is life but to be a bucket? Everything is bucket. Alright, so we're gonna go that way, but no bucket this time. We're gonna have to leave bucket behind. I don't know how many different endings there are, but we're at least gonna try to
When
get a
Stanley
decent
came
amount
to a
of
set
them.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, let's go through.
It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Let's
open
get
door
back
on his
to
left.
business to find all the buckets.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Meow.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
All right.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
Let's go.
someone else can
1,
be difficult,
2,
but the fact is
3.
that the story... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley
thought
leapt
we were
from
gonna
the
make it.
platform and plunged to his death.
Bucket.
Good job, Stanley.
You found
Everyone thinks you
Bucket.
are very powerful.
How did you find bucket? All right, let's try that again, but actually make it. I thought it
Stanley
was high
decided
enough.
to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and
I mean,
guidance from
that's-
others. So the
that's
thought of
fair.
total solitude was
20
terrifying
total
to him.
endings, 6 new ones for Ultra Deluxe. So 26 or 14 original? No, 20 total. Okay, so 14 of the original
When Stanley
and then
came
6
to a set of
new.
2
Okay.
open doors, this was not the correct
stepped
way
to
to
someone
the
just to
meeting
regain
room,
Bucket?
and
Oh,
Stanley
no.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
my
lounge
God, more
first,
Bucket.
just to admire it.
I might have to make a bucket emote just
It
for
was
this.
okay.
Oh, you found a flowchart with all 20? Nice.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
I know
open
I
door on
have
his
2 bucket
left.
endings.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah. Alright, let's not die this time.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but... What? Really?
Ah!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
No.
Look, let me prove it.
No.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give
I don't
me a
believe you.
chance.
I don't want to give you a chance. Yeah, I didn't realize that it had the no buckets. Alright, what's over here?
Now
Ooh.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Another miniature
We
Stanley
got another
figurine.
one!
This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini
Stanley
stands?
figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your
We
belt.
have almost all of them. Halfway there. Alright. I don't remember which door they wanted me to go through. Yeah, no bucket zone. Alright, red or blue, what do you guys want? We stand the mini stands? Red or blue? Red or blue? Blue or red? Red or blue? Show you something beautiful. Bucket is beautiful. Just show me bucket for trust. Yes, if you give me bucket, I give you trust. You can have what you want if you give me a bucket. I wasn't listening because I went to go get this. Blue? Okay, we got 2 for blue. Blue!
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue!
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Blue.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue!
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so
green
badly
door?
what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Alright, what is it?
You see? There's nothing here. I
You
haven't
mean
even
there's
finished
bucket
building
here?
this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed
It did
developer
cut off the
textures. Is
instructions,
this what you
yeah.
had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
It wasn't for
Do
me,
you not
it's for
think I put a
you.
lot of time into that? Because I did.
You're
And in
upset
the end, it was
because
all
it
for
was for
nothing.
you, not
because
for
this
me.
is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Alright, that
There
works
we
for me.
go. A third option.
Ooh,
This
third
already
door.
feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
right, let's go
Stanley.
through the third
Take
door.
it for a spin.
Ooh,
Okay,
we can rate
I'm
our
going
experience.
to stop you there.
All right,
Now, tell me
what
about your
number?
experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
Yeah, it's mine, because you asked for my opinion.
Here, based
7,
on
they
the
don't have
data
a
from
7.
your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be
Okay.
perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley Parable World. We got a leaderboard. Hell yeah. That's awesome. And we got stats. Look at all this. Oh, that's me. That's not how long I've been playing. We've been playing this for 2.5 hours. Apparently we're last place though. Can we go out here? No. Alright, let's go through here. Any other stuff you want to give me?
Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Ooh, should I do 1 or 5? Because I do like that. I like that idea. Maybe, yeah, maybe. don't know if I had played this on my ex's account or my account, to be perfectly honest. I'd have to go and double check my Steam account. I want to say 5, but I'm really tempted just to put 1 to be an absolute shithead.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
New game.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Boom.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Sure.
Let's see. What do we have
Nagy's
here?
good. He's been a little bossy recently, but unsurprising for his age.
Seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about,
I found Bleach.
What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Suds.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
Truck Alaska. That's Viper's new truck.
That must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Can we go outside? We can go outside. You know, I kind of love that the "Don't tread on me" snake is on a fucking doormat. I treaded on you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm treading on you. Is it? Well, I already stepped on Snake multiple times. Alright, let's go down these steps.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What?
It
what
is.
Can't be?
It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
I was gonna explore.
That thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any.
Can I fit?
Thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I wanted to explore.
Okay, I think
I wanted
this
to explore
will be
this
just
area. Ma'am, I'm not paying you to step on me. Well, then consider it a freebie.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
This is actually one of my only criticisms of Stanley Parable is that they actually had pressing the button for 4 hours as one of the end.
Lost here. Now this is game design.
You know what?
Stanley,
there will be a time where I do that.
Lost in this game, I will
I'll just do like a clicker or something
impressed.
and we'll stream it. This is that car football game.
Okay, so
Rocket
what exactly
League,
do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports
Stanley,
ball.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
Can I jump in here?
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Where's the ball? Ball. 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 I got a ball. I got a ball. Ah! 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 I'm going all speedy.
Are you winning? Is
Yeah.
this fun?
Are
Is
you
it
winning
better than my
some?
Hold on. What are you doing?
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. Mod Rocket League night when? If we want to play it, we can totally do that. I just gotta get it.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
Why is Rocket League in here? I don't know. I don't know. I also don't know where to go. Oh, shit. I fell. Alright, well. Where do we go? Everything's falling apart. Ooh, we found some light. Alright, turn the corner. Blinded by the light. Oh, well. I guess this is not it. Nope. Okay, let's try to find a different way. Sports ball.
I wonder what he found.
Nothing.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes.
You sound
I'll
very
be back.
self-important.
There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Hi, Alex.
I can wait.
How are you? The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, we're
Stanley
just going
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
follow
simply
all
missed
the
a memo.
rules this time. With bucket. Explain
Stanley
sticky
picked up the
notes.
bucket and
Sticky
smiled.
notes is
He'd
from
never be alone again,
Among
not truly
Among
alone.
Us.
Not with
Among
the bucket
Us.
around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
You can put a dumb sticky note on me if you want for I think it's 1,000 channel points. And I got a bunch of colors that I made. Amogus. So if you want to put a sticky note on me, you can put a sticky note on me. I only got dumb stickies though. Alright, we're gonna be good and we're gonna
Coming
listen.
to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright, upstairs? Upstairs. Their office is over here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
I love bucket.
It would be with him, always.
Yay!
The bucket would. And he knew it.
It's
the
my
two
bucket.
of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's
No,
desk.
I see it.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket
I see
did
it.
he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Motherfucking
Was the
bucket!
bucket guiding him? Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes, it's the bucket's true guidance that brings me all of my accomplishments. Insert Axiomogus twerk gif here. I want to make one, but like everyone I see who makes one ends up like getting in trouble for it, which is dumb. All right, let's go down. All hail bucket! Praise the bucket! Bucket, 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 bucket.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Hi, Ruptured.
It would be all Stanley could
me.
do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Ooh, ooh, it sparked at me. We got bucket though. It's okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Should we go to the mind control facility or the escape? New name's worth it, yeah? Thank you. I'm very excited about all the rebranding stuff. I'm working on many, many things for you guys. Oh, escape, mind control, escape, mind control. I'm gonna touch bucket, my bucket. That's my bucket. Not your bucket, my bucket. Escape, escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
No. No. Bucket will leave me.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Lick the bucket? I don't think I can. Ooh. It's spooky down there. Funny thing, I insta-bought Ultra Deluxe, and when I got to the bucket part, I kept doing something else and made the narrator mad. Really? That's great. What if instead of twerking, the Among Us is headbanging, but we'll all know that the Among Us is wearing the suit upside down? You know what? That could work. That could work. That's great. Ooh, very spooky. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are we going? Uh-oh. Is that a crushinator? Uh-oh. Say your prayers, guys.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
No, I still love bucket.
Sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
I mean...
This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
But I love
Farewell,
bucket.
Stanley.
Oh yeah, we just had that one. Did Bucket save me?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
What's happening? Yes, pray to me. Whee! Well, I'm running. The Stanley Parable.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Oh yeah, the bucket's gone. We don't have bucket anymore. Did the bucket sacrifice itself for me? Yeah, different voice too. All praise the bucket. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? I praise buckets because they are best for... What are they best for?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Bucket, come back! No, come back! Don't go! Look at all the buckets. There's so many. A bucket with 2 handles? Oh my god. Pork, pork. Inferno bucket. Stress bucket. There's so many buckets. Bucket, bucket, bucket. Cave drawings of buckets.
No man can own a bucket.
I can own a
and
bucket.
Certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
All hail bucket. Ready? Alright, 1, 2, 3, bucket! Oh. My bucket. I thought I was gonna fall. I didn't realize that was a platform.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Which is?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. No. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh, I died. Oh, I died. I am definitely very, very dead. Very, very dead.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need.
Bucket!
If I can make it through this door,
The good old bucket.
My bucket.
Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Okay,
Stanley
so
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
You got made into a sandwich? You are right. Insanity ending? Which one is that? Ooh. Oh! Large room, lots of boxes. Nearby a fireplace. Oh, there's probably one in the offices. Private but smelly place for an important person. A bathroom? Oh, okay. I didn't realize they give you an idea of where everything is. Okay, so...
Coming to
or is the insanity ending the one where you jump off?
Walked upstairs
because
to
we
the
did that
boss's
with and without
office.
bucket. How come this one isn't green anymore?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
Fast forward
human
button.
life.
Oh, no, I did that.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion
what it was, but
and
no,
chaos.
I
It would
did
be
the
with him,
skip.
always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point,
Are you
Stanley
saying I
was
should
so
do it with the
absorbed in the
bucket?
tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's
Tell me what
desk.
the thing is. I want to do the mind
Nor in
control.
his bliss of simply being near the bucket,
I
did
need
he
to
have
control
any
the minds
notion
with the bucket.
that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
8, 4, 5, 2, 8, 4,
But
5.
Stanley guessed the correct code by
Alright, I
sheer
don't
luck.
remember
Was it the
what
bucket knew
order I
all
did
along?
for that one.
Was the bucket guiding him?
So if you don't mind telling me what order it
This
is,
is certainly the
I'll
most
do it,
logical
but I don't remember
explanation.
what the order was. We're gonna do the mind control facility first, though. Aha!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little
Yay!
Stanley figurines. And now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies.
Ooh,
What do you think,
Figly.
Stanley? What
kinda like
name better
Figly.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness
New
that you
content.
get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will
I'm
come
trying to
to
remember
me.
where that door is, though. Because I haven't seen that door in a bit. Because that one kind of appeared out of nowhere. Door on the right? Okay, let me see if I can figure that out once we do this one. and then we can go through with Bucket.
Stanley and the Bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We're in the mind control facility. Boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Look
screens.
at all the televisions.
What horrible secret did this
TV.
place hold? Stanley and the Bucket both wondered to themselves.
What's over here? Ooh, surveillance. Boop.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly
somebody
dropped
got
the Bucket
fired.
in shock.
Fired.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped,
Oh, no.
monitored like guinea pigs. The Bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears
Oh,
as
no.
Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Oh, I have to give the reassurance Bucket reassurance.
Was the Bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Maybe.
Had the Bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a Bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These
Bucket.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
My browser crashed, which I should probably take as a sign. It's past time for me to get back to doing chores and stuff, but I'll leave a lurk. Aw. Well, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for the lurk. I hope you have a good rest of your
He
day.
screamed into the Bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He
30
squeezed
okay,
the Bucket
33.
tighter.
Bye-bye.
His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he
Bucket.
could trust no one except
Only Bucket.
for the Bucket.
Only Bucket. Just Bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the Bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
How do I do that?
Best friends, Stanley and the Bucket, up against the world. They high-fived
3.
in a really cool way, and the Bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Hey. 1, 2, 3. So that's probably 4. So let's try it in order. I don't know if those are good or neutral noises. Oh, I can't get up there. Ah, that's okay. 13 endings have a duplicate depending on whether or not you have the Bucket, making up 26 of the total 33. Oh, I see, I see. I didn't realize there were so many. When Bucket is all that matters. Bucket is all that matters.
When at last they came to the source of
Oh
the
no,
room's
we get a
power,
choice.
Stanley and the Bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything
Do I
it stood
turn it
for.
on or do I leave it off? We could rule the world, but we would probably disappoint Bucket. Or we could turn everything off. And Bucket and I will probably be killed. Control, death. Control, death. Control, death. Death. What would Bucket do?
Stanley and the Bucket waited in blackness. Was it
Bucket.
over?
Bucket, Bucket, Bucket.
Yes, they had done it.
We did it!
Stanley and the Bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
We got this.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The Bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Aww.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Wait,
What?
Let me leave. Let me
what
leave.
was happening? Why had the door stopped?
I want to leave.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
I want out.
An
Let me
unbearable
out.
silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until
I
finally
want to
the
leave
truth
now.
hit Stanley square in the face.
No.
This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No. No.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
No.
Or go to any
No.
lengths
Let me
not to part
leave.
with the bucket.
Let me leave with my bucket.
No. Stanley can't leave this place.
Oh, no.
Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
No.
Not while this building has anything to say about it.
No.
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
I mean, yeah, at least I
To
have
be trapped
bucket,
eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now,
Oh no.
he was about to find out.
Bucket. Bucket. I want bucket.